Okay, we're recording. Hi, I'm Carol,
And I'm Sally.
and it's tea time with Sally and Carol.
Okay, Carol.
This is the first of many, we hope.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, and happy tea. So today we'll talk about, what should we talk about, Sally?
Well, would you like to talk about my book?
How wonderful. Yes.
Okay. And how it all started?
Yes, that's your book over there. Call me Zena.
That's correct.
And
Okay, it's how this all came about, how my art came about.
how the book came about.
And that's how my book came about, through documenting my art.
Okay.
Just a little, very quick rundown.
Yes, please.
Okay, I had an out-of-body experience about 12 years ago. And I was in hospital, and I recovered. I was having chest pains and I came home, but I didn't know I had done a complete change.
Meaning?
I started to actually, at nighttime, I was having what we would call very vivid dreams. And then suddenly, the next thing I know, I'm on the ceiling. And then I go beyond the ceiling.
How did that feel?
At first, very strange.
I guess.
I thought the fan was going to cut my head off.
Oh, did you go beyond the fan?
I went way beyond the fan. I
Uh-huh.
went and visited many, many different places
Oh.
till I really realized what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to different dimensions, in the universe, in the multi-dimension. Saw many different people. At first I thought I was going out of my mind. But what I did decide to do is I started to document my experiences.
So you were aware of all this as it happened.
Absolutely.
As yourself,
Yes.
and as this, could you say it was a new person?
I was completely a different person, only I never found that out in the very beginning. I just was wondering what was happening to me. I just was flying all over the place, which I now know is astral projection.
Right.
I found that out a long time later.
Uh-huh.
But I was visiting places and planets, and I thought, this cannot be happening, but it was.
How do you know they were planets?
Well, what happened in the very beginning, I was given a message. I was not on this plane, I was on a planet, and a lady took me along like a street, kind of like a flea market, which we would call here.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a lady painting at the other end of it. And she gave me this message that to go and get some crayons and start painting. And I woke up, it was usually 3 o'clock in the morning, and documented what I was seeing, because I remember every part of it. And I thought, this isn't here, this is somewhere else.
So how do you know, or why do you say it was another planet? Perhaps it was another plane of consciousness?
No, because what happened is I was actually flying in a machine, which I didn't realize at the time, but I was being taken through these different, I felt the wind, I felt all this happening, and then I would suddenly see people all around me. They didn't look a whole lot different, but the experience of where I was, everything was so much brighter than here, because when I came back I would notice the dullness. But then I took note later on that I'd been given this message to paint, and that's how I began to realize that I had been to different places actually, because it came out in my paintings of everything that I had seen in my projection.
Now your paintings, now this, ladies and gentlemen, is something that is not, is just showing that time is really irrelevant, because your paintings are from the past.
Exactly.
And you went into the future.
Exactly.
So this is really, really exciting.
Well, what I learned from this, because this was like about 12 years ago, and obviously I started to want to know what was happening to me, and I realized there is no time, there is no space, it's all just now. And that's what I was picking up on my travels. It was all happening, the past, the future, and the here and now.
So everything is happening
All at once.
simultaneously.
Absolutely.
So would you say that we are multidimensional?
Yes, absolutely. I talk for myself because I have experienced this
Right.
through my art.
Right.
Many people, and I can completely understand would not understand this. I even didn't in the beginning.
I need some tea after this. Oh my
You know
goodness.
what? I'm going to take a break for a second too. I do too. So I see that, Carol. I see that,
Oh.
you know, even for myself, which I write in my book, I thought I was going crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Had I have not been validated.
Yeah, well, I can understand because I've been going crazy all my life.
Well, you
And
know,
I
because
thought-
you're very.
Yeah, and I
influenced.
was born, let's say, multidimensional. It was like Harry Potter being, you know, with a family of muggles, if you will.
Right.
So a lot of us, you know, are like that. Some in the middle of their lives, they have this big awakening, like you.
With me, absolutely,
You know?
yes.
And so and it's funny, ladies and gentlemen, we have to tell you how we met, because there is no happenstance. You know, Sally just came to meet somebody else who was at the same New Age Expo, if you will. And so, you know, as soon as you walked in, there was a familiarity. It's like, you know, when you smile at somebody and they smile back at you, there's something right there. And, well, we were very good friends in past lives, and it was in the medieval times.
Absolutely.
You know,
It's
and
just a knowing, right?
it's
knowing that you-
exactly,
Mhm.
exactly.
Mhm.
You know, and it's funny because there are two people who have confirmed this for me of one of my past lifetimes, and that was the lifetime with you, that I was in exile. And all of these, shall I say, lack that I had in this lifetime is only because it was a remembering of my past lifetime, that I had everything, you know,
Absolutely.
and that I lost everything as well.
Yes.
And I was placed into exile. And this I just learned lately, maybe about a year ago, that some astrologers can find that out. And my astrologer, Brenda Brush, I have to, you know, do a shout out for Brenda. You know, I mean, she's wonderful. She's on Facebook every day, and she's, you know, like amazing. After so many years, you know, because it's like, again, it's like the peeling of an onion. Did you know that?
Yes, exactly.
And so this time she told me, she went in and she saw that I had been in exile. Imagine that. Because the different planets and the way they're you know, they're configured.
Well, I mean, you know, had you have been speaking to me, and as I'm sure many people listening too, if this had been 12, 13, 14 years ago, I would say, okay, but no, for myself and also for you, I know that you've had the same. I have had so much validation that I absolutely have. I mean, there is no way that I'm imagining.
No doubt, there's no doubt.
No doubt
No,
whatsoever.
exactly.
I mean, and if I go back into some of my artwork, which I've
Right.
done from years, centuries ago, where I've never seen any of these things, and here
Right.
is my art showing me this, where I've never copied anything. We're probably in some of our paintings that I have done together, because
Yeah.
we were in a lifetime together,
Yeah,
which was very important. We
A very
picked up on
important
that.
lifetime. Yeah, it was a very important lifetime.
So
you know, and it
we
was.
have become very
Yeah,
good friends.
yeah. It was in the. We'll just say that it was in the times of the Tudors.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
yes,
so we'll
yes.
just
We'll leave
say
it at that.
We'll leave it at that.
But
We'll leave
we
it at that.
recognized each other immediately.
Yeah, we did.
Absolutely.
We did.
Yes.
And now, you know, that's why we're having tea. We're sipping tea. You know, as queens would. Oops. But it's, you know, it's so wonderful to be able to be yourself. That's what I find, you know, because all of this pomp and ceremony that I've always loved, and you know, it's all about balance. It's all about coming together.
Absolutely.
You know, and
Yeah.
just to.
And I guess the reason that we are actually doing this is to show people that anything is possible.
Yeah.
And that has been my message,
Yeah.
and I continue with that,
Yeah.
because I truly, with all my heart and all my belief, I believe that.
Yeah.
And we met for a reason.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
So
Was to have fun finally.
finally have
Because
fun.
we've been so
Yes.
serious about
Yes.
everything
Yes.
in life.
Yes. And you can't, we have to take, as they say, if you want to, one day at a time, because all we have is our now, which incorporates an awful lot. So why do we have to start wondering what's going to happen tomorrow when it's all happening right now?
Exactly.
So we're going to have fun.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
going to do many workshops together.
Yes.
And
And we have one coming up as
We
a
do.
matter of
Yes,
fact.
that's good. I brought that
Yes,
up.
yes.
That's September the 28th.
Correct. Yes, at the Duncan Center in Delray. And we're hoping to open up in other centers around the Broward community, you know. And what it's all about, what we're just talking about.
And we would love to see whoever is watching this come and attend. And the price is right.
$11 is only $11, so everybody can afford this.
So
And
please
it's-
show up.
Yes, it's about healing this life by opening up to remember your past lives. So your past lives will help you in this lifetime.
Okay, friends.
So until next time, we'll have to say, off with our heads. Bye-bye for now.
Bye. Bye-bye.